Very good morning.
Very good morning, Viji. How are you?
I'm doing well, Kamal. Such a pleasure having you here today.
Yeah,
And
pleasure is mine as
we are going to spend time talking about both of our books.
I would love to.
So, Kamal, tell me something about yourself, your journey, and the formative influences of your life.
Okay. I'm Kamal Lingam. I'm from Chennai, and I am working currently as a senior vice president in a real estate firm, construction firm. But my passion was coaching because as you grow up in your career, you see across so many people, and in my job also, started training a lot of people to be, to be successful, and that's how it ignited my passion for coaching. And then I happened to, come across Arfin's program, and it was a lovely program, Coach to Fortune, and that kindled the coaching in me. And now I have become a successful coach. I'm a speaker, and I'm an author of a book as well, and father of two kids. Have a lovely wife who supports me in all ways, and uh, uh, and I've been, trying to share my experiences and views to coaching to different people. That's a brief about me. And could you introduce yourself, Vijay?
Sure, that was wonderful learning about you and your background and where you come from and your thoughts. Well, I have been a teacher for 40 years of my life, and I had a very successful professional career. And I just wanted to expand it to the larger world, my experiential learning, the wisdom I have gathered over these years. By the way, I'm 72 years now. And I've lived a lot of life. I've mentored my students, I've counseled their parents, and I just wanted to take it to the next level. And it was then, of course, I came across many, many coaches and mentors. And one of them, of course, was Arvind Khan. And then having completed the coaching journey, I moved on to the speaking journey, wrote a book in that context. And today, I'm glad to share with you that my school management has now brought me back to train teachers, some advisor for teachers, and taking my journey forward. I have one daughter who is an urban consultant, a Fulbright scholar from Cornell University with historic preservation planning. And her journey has taken her to Dhaka today. In fact, she is there with 50 students from 4 universities across the world.
Oh, wow.
Working on the old Dhaka, Puran Dhaka, and how it can be revived and resuscitated. My book.
You also have a mastermind, right?
Yes, I have a mastermind that is on speaking out loud and proud, because I feel that men and women sometimes suppress their authentic, genuine voice. They try to be people pleasers, and they try to conform to the environment in which they live. And we know from medical science and research that if you suppress your voice, it can lead to various kinds of maladies, what we call psychosomatic illnesses. So I want to give people, initially it was for women, then I found a lot of men were saying that, we too are in the same boat. So to give them a voice to share their inner feelings, their doubts, and their fears, so that they can live genuine, authentic lives in harmony, in alignment with who they really are, but at the same time, in harmony with their family and with their working environment.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you also have written a book.
Right.
Right? And
yes.
So why don't you tell us about your book?
I will. First, let me share the name of my book. It is called Pivot in Confidence, Live Carefree. Now, why pivot? In life, we take on a path a journey of progress. And then somewhere we feel that maybe new opportunities can knock. And many of us do not respond to those opportunities. So what happens is when we look a gift horse in the mouth, as I have done several times in the past, we miss out on golden opportunities. This book was inspired by my father. He was in the army and he was a major in the Assam regiment. Maybe he had felt that he could not go up the hierarchy because he had joined the army during the First World War. His love for adventure got him there. And then it was around 58, 59 when I was about 8 years old. He was a father of 3 children. At that point of time, a new service was created, the Indian Frontier Administrative Service. And he pivoted. He changed course and he joined the civil service. And he went on to create a brilliant bureaucratic career, retiring as the Special Secretary to the Governor of Assam. So that story is one of change, of shift in one's attitude, outlook, and action. So that is what drove me to write this book. So Pivot in Confidence seeks to focus on accepting change as the gateway to success. Change as in career, change in mindset, change in physical fitness and health through the imperative modification of one's belief system. Because that will enable one to transform a dream and a passion into a fulfilling and prosperous business and live a joyful life based on a sense of self-worth and fulfillment. So it focuses on negative questions that plague us when faced with a life-changing decision, as my father had to make that very, very critical decision at one point of life. That choice can make or mar the quality of our lives. And to substantiate and validate my thesis, I have actually cited examples from life. From when I failed to move forward because of my limited perspective at that time and the cultural conditioning that trapped me into my cocoon of comfort. And then taking real life cases from women in my own immediate circle who pivoted into successful, confident, and most important, happy women by taking charge of their lives and building on their knowledge and skills fearlessly with understanding and conviction. And then I take up tools and strategies to help women to acquire that confidence, to pivot with faith in themselves and the universe, that a better life awaits them. So this is, in a nutshell, is what my book Pivot in Confidence, Live Carefree is all about. It is on Kindle Unlisted. It is on Amazon.com as a paperback and on Kindle as an ebook. So that anyone can get and read as a free book also, if they want to.
Wonderful, wonderful. And, definitely change, as you said, is inevitable. And I can resonate it well because my book is also, with related to challenges, changes, the fear of change and all that. So I can relate to what you say. It's wonderful. And I see that you have written the book towards women as well, because I feel it is not only for women, and it is also for men because most of the men are supported by a women member, could be a mother, wife, sister, friend, colleagues. So, they also shape a man's life. And I'm sure your book would also be a great interest for them to understand women better.
Absolutely. Yes, that is You hit the nail on the head that if men read it, they will be able to enhance their relationship with the women in their lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So tell me about
So,
your book, Kamal. I'd love to learn about that.
okay. I believe everyone in this world is born a winner. And in due course of time and in, facing the turbulence of life, they somehow, lose that winning spirit in them. Because of the hurdles, because of the upheavals of the society of life, they tend to forget that they are the born winner. So the title of my book is Bring Out the Winner in You. So my book is mostly about how you can get control of your life by changing the way you think. What happens is a lot of people, all of us think in certain way. It could be positive, it could be negative. But most of us have a lot of encodes in our mind, which pulls us down from being successful. So they can change their way of life uh, by only changing the way they think. So my book is about that. My book is about transforming one's life. So, because I feel, we can transform whatever condition we are, good or bad, we can make it even more better. If we are in bad state, we can make it, we can, develop into a good state by just the way we think. So my book is written to show how you could get ahead in life and overcome these challenges. The book is specifically, I could say, for people who fear challenges, because I think challenges is inevitable in life. You will come across challenges. You need to face it. And change is, only constant thing in life is change. So we need to face that change. So my book is about how to overcome that fear of change, fear of challenges, and people who are afraid of taking actions. Basically, what happens is our mindset either allows us to take action or prevents us from action. So a negative mindset can make us being in a comfortable zone, and I could say it stops us from taking a certain action, and that's where we derail the track of success or being a winner. So my book gives you series of steps how to be a winner by overcoming all these failures and identifying one's purpose in life, basically. And I think being a winner is possible if you conquer your fears and the risk, and you are able to take this risk in life. And more so, what I have done in this book is that uh, there are a lot of people who have inspired in my life, including my dad. In fact, we have something in common. My dad is also an armed forces. He was in Air Force, and he started his life from a menial job, went on to become join Air Force, and then he studied law and he became a leading lawyer in Chennai. And then, he's kind of retired today, but still the struggles, hardship he faced and he came successful was a story for me, a learning for me, an experience for me. And I've seen him in person. He's so close, in so close quarters, actually. So my book has few stories of real-time people whom I have come across in walk of my life and who have inspired me. And there are people who is a person is blind but still went on to become a great entrepreneur, is employing around 2,000, 3,000 people today. There's a person who has been kind of paralyzed, but still has a condition where she cannot move her body freely, but she has come out successful by writing civil service and has leading a great life today. So it has many stories like that, and it dwells on their lives, basically. So I feel this book is going to help people to understand what affects their mindset, and if they take action, they will be definitely successful, and they can bring out the winner in them, or rather unleash the winning in them, a winner in them, basically.
That's wonderful. If only I had read this book maybe 20 years earlier, I would not have missed the bus. I'll tell you, I had been offered the assignment of becoming the principal of my school. But it was the smallness of my mind that had stopped me then. Of course, there was family concerns. My daughter was in class 10. And I thought that maybe I would not be able to handle both the, tasks of being a mother and a principal with justice. And I had turned it down. So when I actually came across Arfine's course, Coach to Fortune, and I learned about how it can change our negative thinking into empowering thoughts, I realized that nothing can stop us if we can put our mind to it. We just need to
Absolutely.
upgrade our skills and upscale our way of thinking. And that has brought me where I am today, reinventing, reimaging myself, and going out into the world with my message of living life on your own terms and becoming a better version of yourself. Each day, improve upon who you are by changing your thought process.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, if you see, if I see my life backwards, I can see, I've seen success, but I've seen more failures. For example, and these failures were not because, I was trying it seriously, but because of my mindset, which prevented me from being successful. In fact, I started a business. Though I started a business, what happened is my fear whether I will be successful, can I implement it, these thoughts, negative thoughts, made me, not venture more successfully. And then I had to close it down. In fact, I lost job couple of times purely because of my mindset, because I had a fear, will I be successful in life? A simple, will I be, able to deliver what I'm supposed to? This fear prevented me from delivering things actually. So when I realized that it is my thought process which is preventing me, it kind of changed. It changed me completely, and the way I look at things today is more positive and in a more brighter sense, which has taken me to a successful, from a person of no job. Today I'm a senior vice president in a construction firm, which is a leading construction firm in South India today. And I've also become a successful coach and author. And I'm very happy that I could share my learnings, experiences basically with people through my coaching as well as through my book as well.
That's wonderful,
Uh,
Kamal.
so if I may ask you, Viji, what inspired you in writing the book?
It was the deadlock, the COVID deadlock. We were in that condition. And it meant that I had a lot of time on my hand. The book was in my mind for a year before that. But I just needed the time and I needed the framework to go ahead. And it was the Book to Fortune course, which was given to us as part of the Coach to Fortune, that sort of got me starting writing it. And then I collected stories from different people, my sister, her daughter, my daughter, a colleague's daughter, and a very dear friend of mine, who all had taken the right decision at the right time to move on. Like, I'll give you an example. My niece, she actually had done her BTech instrumentation, but she found that job so boring and so monotonous that one bright day she left the company she was working in and returned home with bag and baggage. And then she went into multimedia because that was her interest. My sister, brother-in-law, they are architects. So maybe, she was into the design environment from childhood. And she went on to do her master's in multimedia design from Dhirubhai Ambani University, went on to do a PhD in multimedia design, met her husband, and today they have their own firm, which are working with some of the top museums in the country. And very happy and very successful. So that decision to shift focus, upgrade her skill, upscale herself, has today proved worthwhile. My daughter, she began her life as an interior designer. from CEPT University. But when she got the opportunity, she switched entire focus and went on to do heritage planning. Her interior design skills, of course, are still there, and she kind of blends both in the kind of work she does, curating museums. Another friend of mine who was a lecturer like me, but she had the artistic quality or talent latent in her. She upped the ante after retirement, did a refresher course. Today, she is an artist and she gets commissions from different parts of the country. All of them with the result of the pivot in mind, pivot in body, and pivot in the way they look at life. And the final story is about a colleague's daughter, a very dear friend's daughter, who did something called intermittent fasting to completely change her physiology and overcome ailments like diabetes, and now lives a very, very healthy and fulfilling life. So it's all about switch, it's all about pivot, it's all about changing your focus and moving on with confidence that you can lead a better life.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So I think it would be definitely a great read for all our readers, and I'm sure we will have great takeaways from that as well. And it will give us a better understanding of people.
It will benefit everyone, because some of us have physical issues, some of us have emotional issues, some of us have mental issues, and it all ultimately boils down to our thinking. As they say, as we believe, we conceive, then we achieve. So if we switch our beliefs and act upon the authentic person who we are and the direction we want to really take our lives, I think nothing can stop us. We become unstoppable. It's just how we look at life and the decisions and choices we take. Because those choices can mark or make our future.
Wonderful. In fact, I can relate it very well. Like, for example, we make choices, we make decisions. In fact, we set goals. But what happens is it is halfway down the line, we lose the track. Some of us attempt it, some of us don't, but we write. So I feel, we need to set outcomes for ourselves, and the baby steps which we take to make sure that outcomes are, we call it as the power leaps. So if we are able to set a power leap for each and every goal goal or the outcome we set in our mind, I'm sure, the moment you make each power leap successful, if you overcome each power leap, you will be easily able to achieve your outcome or the goal which you have in your mind, basically. And I feel, my book tells you how to achieve that, how to reach to that. And so I think everyone faces challenge. So everyone, I think your book as well as my book, shows them the way how we could be successful or how we could become a winner and, bring out the winner in ourselves.
Absolutely. See, our books can only show the path. It's for our readers to embrace whatever tools and strategies we offer, because they are time-tested. We have gone through that journey ourselves, and it is the voice of experience we are sharing. So I'm sure if we reach our message to the larger public, they will embrace the tools and strategies we offer them. So on that note, I thank you, Kamal, and wish you well on your journey forward as a coach. And
thank you.
I'll say a mindpreneur, someone who's bringing about a change in the way how people see themselves.
Thank you, Viji. It was wonderful interacting with you and to share my thoughts and views with you and to listen to your thoughts is amazing. It was amazing for me, and I'm definitely going to read your book. And I'm hope our readers also will benefit because from our books, basically. By the way, my book is as an e-book in Kindle, and it's available in Amazon. I'm
Yeah.
yet to come out with a paperback version. So,
Okay.
and it is people can learn it, read it on Kindle free of cost as well, in case if
Yeah, yeah,
they have a Kindle version of it.
yeah. So my too is Pivot in Confidence, Live Carefree. It's an ebook on Kindle. It's free for those who want to read it, and a very minimal price otherwise. And for the international market, it is on Amazon.com as a paperback. And I've already
Yes.
got one reader, someone from Japan, giving me a 5-star.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I definitely presume that she did get value from it. So on that note, it's goodbye
Wonderful.
and see you
Goodbye.
again. And
See you. Yes.
wish you well on your journey forward.
Wish you well as well on your journey, Vijay. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.